What happens when being gentle isn't the most compassionate response? How do we balance kindness with the necessary truth? In your life, there will be moments when being gentle is the most compassionate response. But there will also be times when the greatest kindness you can offer is a truth spoken with love and wisdom. In this video, we uncover the wisdom behind the Buddha's perspective on why we don't always need to approach everyone with gentleness. Now, on to our video. In a world that often emphasizes kindness, sympathy, and understanding, the idea of not always being gentle with everyone may appear counterintuitive. However, Buddhism provides a profound perspective on this matter. Gautam Buddha, the enlightened sage who established Buddhism over 2 millennia ago, imparted invaluable wisdom that goes beyond mere politeness. His teachings delve deeply into the essence of human relationships, inner serenity, and spiritual growth. In this exploration, we will delve into the profound teachings of Gautam Buddha and understand why there are times when it is essential to go beyond gentleness and embrace a more nuanced approach to life. At the age of 29, Gautam Buddha embarked on a spiritual journey to seek answers to the fundamental questions of existence: why we suffer, and how we can attain lasting happiness and inner peace. After years of intensive meditation and self-inquiry, he achieved enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Bodhgaya, India. From that point on, he became the Buddha, the awakened one, and began sharing his insights with the world. Buddha's teachings revolve around the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. These fundamental principles serve as the foundation of Buddhism and provide profound guidance on how to navigate the complexities of human existence. The Four Noble Truths stand as the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, offering a lucid framework for understanding the essence of suffering and the journey towards liberation. Let's delve into these truths and their pertinence to the concept of not always approaching everyone with gentleness. The first of Buddha's Noble Truths acknowledges the omnipresence of suffering in the world. He comprehended that suffering is an innate aspect of human existence, encompassing physical pain, emotional turmoil, and the discontent that arises from ceaseless desires. While being gentle with everyone may momentarily alleviate certain forms of suffering, it fails to address the underlying causes of suffering. Gautam Buddha encourages us to confront suffering directly, recognizing its existence in our lives. By doing so, we attain clarity and insight into the essence of suffering, enabling us to discover effective means to transcend it. The second noble truth delves into the root cause of suffering, which is identified as attachment and craving. It is inherent in human nature to pursue pleasure and evade pain, but our excessive attachment to these desires ultimately results in suffering. Being excessively gentle with everyone can sometimes be a manifestation of attachment, stemming from a desire for approval or validation. Buddha's teachings guide us towards the path to liberation from suffering, emphasizing the importance of letting go of attachment and craving. This does not entail becoming emotionally detached. Instead, it entails cultivating a balanced and compassionate attitude towards others. The third noble truth brings hope by affirming that the cessation of suffering is achievable. It is within our reach to overcome suffering by eliminating its root causes, namely attachment and craving. When we stop clinging to external validation or the compulsion to please everyone, we liberate ourselves from the cycle of suffering. The fourth noble truth delineates the Eightfold Path, which serves as the route to liberation from suffering. This path encompasses ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. While being gentle with everyone might appear virtuous, the Eightfold Path encourages us to nurture discernment and wisdom in our interactions. The Eightfold Path consists of 8 interconnected principles: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. The middle way, often associated with Buddhism, emphasizes finding balance and avoiding extremes. In the context of not being gentle with everyone, the middle way encourages us to strike a balance between compassion and discernment. Buddha himself exemplified the middle way throughout his life. Before his enlightenment, he had experienced an indulgent life as a prince and then experimented with extreme asceticism. Neither extreme brought him the answers he sought. It was only when he found the balance of the middle way that he attained enlightenment. In our interactions with others, the middle way suggests that we should neither be excessively gentle, enabling harmful behavior, nor excessively harsh, causing unnecessary suffering. Instead, we should approach each situation with discernment, understanding when to be compassionate and when to set boundaries. Compassion versus enabling is a central concern when it comes to not always being gentle with everyone. Buddhism teaches us that genuine compassion does not involve enabling harmful behavior or sacrificing our well-being for the sake of others. True compassion entails a profound understanding of the causes of suffering and a commitment to alleviating that suffering through skillful means. The parable of the raft beautifully illustrates the concept of not always being gentle with everyone when it is appropriate. This parable emphasizes the temporary nature of Buddhist teachings and the importance of letting go when they have served their purpose. In the parable, a traveler crosses a vast river using a makeshift raft to reach the other side safely. After safely reaching the other shore, the traveler leaves the raft behind, recognizing that it served its purpose in helping him cross the river. The lesson of the parable of the raft teaches us that Buddhist teachings, like the raft, are meant to be tools for crossing the river of suffering and ignorance. They are not meant to be clung to indefinitely. Similarly, our approach to not always being gentle with everyone should be adaptive and context-dependent. Sometimes being gentle and compassionate is like the raft, assisting others in navigating their difficulties. However, there are situations where holding on to excessive gentleness can become a hindrance. In such cases, it is necessary to let go of our gentleness and adopt a more discerning approach to guide ourselves and others toward liberation from suffering, embodying the principles of the middle path. Number 1. Setting boundaries. One common area where the middle path is crucial is in setting boundaries. While it is important to be compassionate and accommodating, it is equally important to establish clear boundaries to protect our well-being and maintain healthy relationships. In a Buddhist context, boundaries are not seen as a lack of compassion, but as an act of self-care and wisdom. Number 2. Dealing with harmful behavior. When faced with harmful behavior from others, the middle path encourages us to respond with wisdom and compassion. This may involve addressing the behavior directly, offering support for positive change, or seeking professional help when necessary. It is essential to avoid unnecessary harshness while refraining from enabling harmful actions. Number 3. Navigating conflicts. Conflicts are a natural part of human interactions. The middle path teaches us not to avoid conflicts or suppress our feelings, but to address them with skillful means. This means approaching conflicts with mindfulness, active listening, and a willingness to understand the perspectives of others. Instead of being excessively gentle and avoiding conflicts to maintain superficial harmony, the middle path encourages us to engage in constructive dialogue and seek resolutions that promote genuine harmony and understanding. A significant parable highlighting this concept is the parable of the mustard seed. This parable centers around a grieving mother who has tragically lost her child. Overwhelmed by grief, she seeks solace and assistance from the Buddha. The Buddha agrees to help her but imposes a condition. She must bring him a mustard seed from a household that has not experienced death. Eager to alleviate her suffering, the grieving mother embarks on her quest, visiting numerous households in search of the elusive mustard seed. However, she soon comes to a profound realization. Every home has experienced death, and there is no mustard seed to be found. She returns to the Buddha with newfound wisdom, understanding the universality of suffering. The lesson of the parable of the mustard seed is a poignant one, reminding us that suffering is an inherent part of the human experience. Loss, pain, and sorrow touch the lives of every individual at some point. In the context of not always being gentle with everyone, this parable underscores that gentleness, while providing temporary comfort, cannot eliminate suffering. Gentleness may offer momentary solace, but it does not address the profound existential questions and challenges that all individuals must confront. Instead, the transformative power of wisdom and understanding, as exemplified by Buddhist teachings, presents a deeper and more enduring solution to the complexities of the human condition. The practice of skillful means holds a significant place in Buddhism, emphasizing its importance in guiding individuals toward enlightenment. Skillful means encompass the use of appropriate methods and strategies tailored to the unique needs and circumstances of each individual. In the context of not always being gentle with everyone, skillful means become essential for effective communication and compassionate guidance. Number 1. Customized compassion. Not always being gentle with everyone does not imply a consistent rigidity or lack of compassion. Instead, it necessitates a nuanced understanding of each person's specific situation and requirements. Skillful means empower us to customize our approach, striking the right balance between providing support, guidance, and establishing boundaries. Number 2. Acknowledging individual differences. Every individual is unique, and their paths to happiness and well-being vary. While some may benefit from a gentle and compassionate approach, others may require more direct and assertive guidance. Skillful means involve recognizing and respecting these individual differences, allowing us to adapt our interactions accordingly. Number 3. Empathy and active listening. Skillful means also encompass the practice of active listening and empathy. By deeply understanding the experiences and emotions of others, we can respond with greater wisdom and compassion. This approach enables us to offer meaningful support and guidance without compromising our own well-being. Embracing impermanence. In Buddhism, impermanence stands as one of the fundamental truths, imparting the wisdom that all things, including our emotions and relationships, are subject to change and transience. Understanding impermanence holds essential significance in the context of not always being gentle with everyone. Number 1. Impermanence of emotions. Our emotions are ever-changing, often influenced by external circumstances. Responding with excessive gentleness or harshness to our emotions can lead to instability in our relationships. Recognizing the impermanence of emotions empowers us to respond with equanimity and wisdom. Number 2. Impermanence of relationships. Even the closest relationships in our lives are impermanent. People change, circumstances change, and relationships evolve. Understanding impermanence allows us to cherish the beauty of each moment while also being prepared for the inevitable changes that life brings. Number 3. The art of letting go. Impermanence teaches us the profound art of letting go. It reminds us that clinging to rigid notions of always being gentle with everyone is futile. Instead, we can approach our relationships and interactions with a sense of openness and adaptability, allowing them to naturally evolve and transform. Mindfulness and self-compassion. Mindfulness, a central practice in Buddhism, involves cultivating awareness of the present moment without judgment. In the journey of not always being excessively gentle with everyone, mindfulness and self-compassion emerge as our allies. Number 1. Self-compassion. Mindfulness encourages us to extend compassion to ourselves. In our pursuit of not being excessively gentle, it's crucial to remember that self-care and self-compassion are essential. Being mindful of our own needs and emotions enables us to maintain inner balance and avoid burnout. Number 2. Non-judgmental awareness. Mindfulness also imparts the wisdom of non-judgmental awareness regarding our thoughts and emotions. When confronted with challenging situations or difficult individuals, mindfulness allows us to observe our reactions without immediate judgment or reaction. This pause provides us with the opportunity to respond with greater wisdom and discernment. Cultivating equanimity. Equanimity, one of the Brahma Viharas or divine abodes in Buddhism, entails maintaining mental and emotional balance amidst life's fluctuations. When we embark on the path of not always being excessively gentle with everyone, cultivating equanimity becomes particularly valuable. It's crucial to understand that not being excessively gentle with everyone doesn't advocate for harshness or indifference. Instead, it invites us to embody true compassion, a compassion deeply rooted in wisdom, understanding, and a profound commitment to the well-being and liberation of all beings. As we embrace the middle way, we pay homage to the timeless wisdom of Gautam Buddha and endeavor to usher greater peace and harmony into our lives and the world. Ultimately, it's the equilibrium of gentleness and discernment that leads us to the genuine essence of compassion, a compassion that transcends fleeting emotions and bestows lasting peace upon our hearts and the hearts of those around us. May we all walk this path with open hearts and enlightened minds,